What's shaking, bacon, Pacer Nation? Welcome back to Talisman Talks, episode 6. Today we are doing a Talisman Talk short. We're joined by two of our senior band members. We have Jackson Gaulard, who is beast mode on the drums, and then we have Caleb Forney, who is also beast mode on the horns. So before we get into it, everybody, how was your guys' day today?
Oh, pretty fire.
Yeah. What'd you do?
I didn't. I have remote learning a couple days at DACC with the program that I'm in. So I slept in, came to Hayes. The band went to the fair. We did some songs and stuff as we do, and then now I'm here.
You talk about your program. What's your program at DACC?
So it's called Blended Learning. They offer it goes along with like the work based. So if you do full day, half of your day is your academics, obviously, and then you have lunch, and then 3 hours in the afternoon for seniors. The lab is in the afternoon. They're 3 hours long. So the academics as a senior, you can do the blended learning where I think it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, you have the work from home, and then you have to come in for your lab. And then for seniors, I think that's like 10:50 or something like that's when it starts. So
that'd be nice.
Sleep in a little bit.
That'd be really nice.
And then some labs offer like work-based learning, so you can like go to work instead of school. So sometimes the way my schedule falls up, there's full days I can just work instead of go to school.
That's awesome.
Far.
Nice. So,
you're in automotive technology, right?
yeah. Yep.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So how is that this year, like being a senior compared to last year?
We're definitely learning more. I feel like we dive deeper into the whole curriculum. We're in electrical right now. It's very confusing. You got like Ohm's law, Watt's law, all this crazy electrical stuff. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But there's a lot more to it.
That's fire. And then how's your day doing, Caleb?
Today was actually pretty chill. I'm not even gonna lie. Like all of my classes didn't do anything.
I like drew in Spanish class the whole day.
Yeah, we played Jeopardy.
Yeah.
We're recording this Tuesday, going into Fair Week. This will come out next week, but that's today. So
5-day weekend starts
5-day
now.
weekend.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Well, not for you, probably.
Yeah, okay, so DACC does a fair day because we're technically still in Delaware.
Okay.
So they give us a fair day, but it's only Monday, which is so stupid.
That sucks.
So like if you go to like Big Nut, like you're lucky because like the Delaware Fair does not affect you at all. So you just get a day off of school on Monday.
Yeah.
But we don't get Thursday. We don't get the jug days at DACC.
That sucks so much.
All right, so kind of shifting back to what we're here for, band. How is your guys' season going? I saw you guys just scored a 1.
Yeah.
Which seems like we've been doing that like every year.
Oh yeah.
Good.
We have the band has like what?
Yeah.
How long? Like a 10. Longer than this.
It's like at this point,
I think it's 12 years. I think it was a 12th year.
I mean, as far as state finals, yeah, we have not scored less than a 1 at state finals in over a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
That's
successul.
I never thought about it like that. That's actually
So
Yeah.
So then, where do we rank in Ohio?
We're definitely one of the. We are right.
we're very high up.
Like top 10, top 20?
No.
No.
I feel like if we had money,
Yeah,
We would
yeah,
have-
that's
It's also like it comes down to our middle school program too, and like who we get in.
yeah.
The thing is with like marching band, some marching bands are weird where they do 8th graders. They pull 8th graders up for marching band.
Really?
So like Westville North's band, the full team we played, they pull up 8th graders for their marching band.
We do that for guard.
Yeah.
Like
We do?
yeah,
I had no clue. That's kind of crazy.
Maddie's
Yeah.
sister.
Maddie's sister, yeah.
She's a freshman this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
When she was in last year.
She wasn't last year, that's right.
Huh.
I mean, we've done it before. I just didn't know it was a regular thing for us.
Yeah, it's
especially
kind of a
in the
rare
guard.
thing.
Oh yeah, just for the viewers who don't know, my co-host Grant Lamar is also in band, so this is kind of like a 1v3/1.5 versus 2.5. I don't know how it's gonna pan out, but it'll be fun.
Go band.
Go band.
Oh, man.
But yeah, this year's been looking really strong in my opinion.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about this year?
I'm feeling pretty solid about it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. One of the things for our first competition, looking at scores and judges' comments. So for anybody who doesn't know, when you have a competition, you have a judge that has a microphone on and they're making comments as you're performing your show. So you can listen to that tape and hear their comments.
Is it like live?
Yeah. Like you can hear your
It's in
music.
your ear while you're playing.
Oh no.
You can
It's
listen
like-
to it afterwards.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
that's
that would
awesome.
be crazy.
But you hear your
Hey, just so you know, you're flat. Fixed yourself.
But you can hear like your performance in the background once you get like they're called like the judges record tapes.
Yeah, judge tapes. Yeah, yeah. So as far as those, we have a lot of like very nitpicky stuff for the beginning of the year,
which is great.
Yeah,
like, that's great.
We're at a very good spot for our first competition. We have so much room to grow. We don't really need to like. We have stuff to fix. It's hard to explain. Like we don't have stuff to fix. We have just like very small things that tweak it to make it a little better.
Because the way that like since we've been in high school, the way the marching band season goes is like we're continuing to learn our show, more than halfway through the football season. We're still learning the show right now, but it's to the point where we're cleaning a lot more than we're learning.
Yeah.
And when you're at that state, you're in a good state when you get to that point.
Yeah, there's two sides of the season. There's learning and then there's cleaning. And normally we don't get to the cleaning until
it's like
one of the last
weeks,
football games.
Yeah, weeks right now.
We're going into week 5 and y'all are already cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Like our sophomore year, we only had put the 4th act on
the last competition.
Yeah.
For sure.
We put it on
close to the end of the regular season. Yeah.
Really.
We're putting part 4 on here soon.
I think next
we're
week.
already starting to learn the music for it.
Next week.
That's great to hear.
We're in deep.
Yeah, that's
making
perfect.
Yeah, and Drumline doesn't play for Act 3, so we've had a head start on 4, so we're pretty good with 4.
How's it going so far? You like the song?
Yeah, I like it a lot better than last year. You haven't heard Act 4?
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, it's like there's.
I've heard the low brass part.
The drum part's crazy.
If people don't know, our marching band shows like based around like the space race, like between the United States and like the Soviet Union and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
One giant leap, baby.
So you can see it's more, but like the way the music is themed is kind of like following that.
Let's go.
And the way the Act 4 set up, it actually has like part of like the national anthem in it because it's showing that like the United States is winning the space race. So there's a lot of really minor details in the music, both and the drill. If you don't know what drill is like our formations on the field.
Yeah.
And the overall general effect of our show, I think is like I think the strongest it's been in high school. Like
we had some props, it'd be a lot better, but
yeah.
I think we're still in a pretty decent transition with having a new director.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's still some things. Yeah.
Well,
so
last year we got a new director.
Last year was his first year.
None of that.
Yeah, Mr. Doherty was the director before.
He went to Dublin.
He went to Dublin Scioto. Yeah.
What's our new director's name?
Mr. Fowles.
He's a really good
teach or
yeah.
What's he teach?
Well, he teaches band.
Yeah, he
like
teaches,
the actual class band.
Yeah, so he'll teach like the symphonic, like when you have concert season.
Yeah.
He's actually
8th period. The guy up there doing that.
He's actually been teaching orchestra a lot too. I've seen him in the mornings. Like I've seen him probably 3 or 4 mornings.
He's very good. Talented. Yeah,
taking initiative.
I'm sure he does the jazz band too, right?
Yeah,
jazz and combo.
Jazz band,
yeah,
combo. He works.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He'll give us private lessons if you ask.
Yeah,
really.
He's very passionate about. He's very, very passionate about like the overall marching band community and the families and like the members.
For sure.
He's overall, like in my opinion, like if all aspects. If you're looking at the overall picture, he's better than Doherty in my opinion.
Because he takes care of like every little detail.
Mr. Doherty's watching this right now.
But going back to like this show, I think this show this year is going to be more like much better than our sophomore year show because we're just so much farther.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with like the memories thing, our sophomore year, because it's Doherty's last year.
Yeah.
Ethan Bush, like the class of 22 is very strong in the
Big
band world. Big influence. But overall, like the freshmen we have this year are such a big strength in our band compared to last year's freshman class.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, marching band, it's not like varsity and JV, like everyone's varsity. That's kind of like the technical term. Everyone's varsity because everyone's on the field.
Yeah. What do we have? 120, 130 some this year?
Including the guard, we have 117.
Yeah.
117. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have a pretty good sized band.
For sure. Army.
So if one of you guys wants to explain what a 1 is, it's really important that we got a 1 this early in the season because like no time I was talking, I don't think we've ever gotten a 1 first competition. Nope.
At least in our high school.
At least, yeah. No time said it at least in the past like 5-6 years. He doesn't remember some time that happened.
Yeah.
No way.
And if does one of you guys want to explain like what a 1 is and like what that kind of means?
So we're graded like similarly how you would grade a test. You get points, and depending on how you score, like A, B, technically. But an 80 and above, then you would get a 1. Getting a superior rating means you have done everything perfectly and you've done more than you needed to do to make the show right. A 2 would be you did it okay, but you had a lot of mistakes.
The word for 2 is excellent.
Yeah,
2 is
excellent.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else.
Like,
I think 3 is good.
Subpar.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean,
I don't even know what 4 and 5 is because we don't ever do that bad. So we don't.
Getting a 4 and a 5 is like in a
god-awful.
in a competition setting, it's like almost impossible because at that point it's like the director's fault.
You didn't even do the show.
Yeah, it's like
Just kind of
like I remember having a conversation with Dory before he left. And I was like a one-on-one conversation. He was talking about how a 5 and a 4 is the director's fault, a 3 is half and half, and then a 2, and then the difference between like getting a 1 and a 2 is entirely on the band.
Yeah.
And like I kind of like think about that too, like looking at other bands, like people who get like 3 and stuff. I'm like, dang, like like I don't know.
Yeah.
But like when we find out that we like what we got, you get sheets from, isn't it like 6 different judges?
We got 7. We got 7
7?
this time. It's kind of I think it's the same.
And you need to get 3 ones. What is it?
I think it's majority. So
Yeah,
there's 7. Because I think there's 5. Most of our competitions last year.
I saw 2 musics. There's music,
2
music.
Gs.
GE.
Oh, there's 2
Which
Gs.
is general effect. What,
Visual, percussion, and guard.
Yeah.
So you get 7. So majority.
And if you get majority 1s rating from all of the judges, then you'll get a 1 overall.
If it's like a 4-3 ratio.
Yeah.
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 And-
So we barely got a 1.
So we compete in OMEA. What is it? Ohio Music Education Association.
Yep.
There's another thing that we
That was
can.
gibberish.
Yeah.
Oh,
Education.
no.
There's another, I guess, division you can compete in. It's called BOA, Bands of America, and that's literally like the whole country.
Really?
Worthington Kilbourne did BOA last year. They do BOA, I think, every year for the last few years. Last year they got top 40. They're the top 40 band in the entire
So
country.
that would make them like what? Top 1 in the state or top 2?
Probably top
top 5.
top 5.
Probably
Very
top
high.
5. Lakota East is up there too. Lakota East
Dakota
is.
East is just good at everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's Taze Valley.
It's
well.
really good. I think. Yeah.
Medina.
Licking Valley.
Licking Heights. You mean? Licking Valley?
Yeah, that's.
It's
Oh yeah, I'm
It's
Licking
Licking
Heights.
Heights. Yeah.
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 And then,
So,
I mean, if you really want to count Grove City, but they just have way too many people.
Their band last year had like 211 members.
Yeah.
I think.
See,
They
and
just
I
have
think
really
that there's like
absurd
different
numbers.
things you can do in marching band to kind of honestly get yourself like a better rating. Per
Yeah.
se. Like having more
sure.
people might sound like a disadvantage, but if you take advantages of the advantages, they outweigh the disadvantages. Because if you like, imagine like 250 people on a field,
Yeah,
like that's Grove City, and you can't like as a judge, if you have 7 judges even, you can't watch.
It splits up a lot of the responsibility throughout all of those people.
Yeah.
They don't have to.
And
do
that's kind
as
of where
much.
it's like you can hide the weaknesses
Yeah.
very well
Yeah.
in a
Like-
show.
with a show like ours, it's
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
once you get to a point like when you get really good at a show like ours, then those little details that are bad just start to show so much.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. So, is there any last things you'd like to say before you guys continue on to the rest of your marching band season?
Go band.
Go
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Come on, support us.
Our next show is in 2.5 weeks.
Two
Yeah, our
something
next
like
comes
that.
in 2.5 weeks. So, the more support we get, that'd be awesome.
Where's that, Taze?
Taze Valley.
Yeah,
How far is that?
it's about like an hour.
Yeah.
East. Y'all not see me there.
Yeah. No, respect. It's okay.
We do have one at the Ohio State Stadium though.
Oh,
yeah. We do have. We have the Buckeye Invitational this
Which-
year. Yeah.
It's a very special.
I
Free to get in,
recommend.
or-
It's not free, but it'll probably be like $10, something like that. It's not expensive.
Perhaps I'll pop out.
Come support. It sounds incredible in a stadium like that.
Oh yeah, and
Especially
it's
with our show
it's
this
so
year.
much different than a football game. Because
Yeah.
football game, there's so many people that like. I wouldn't say they don't care about the performance, but like people are talking
Mhm.
at a competition. When a band comes on, nobody is talking.
Yeah.
Absolutely nobody. There's
All right. Moral of the story. Go band.
Go
Go
band.
band.
Go band.
Talisman Talks with Grant Lamar and Brady Casa. Edited by Grant Lamar. Guests Jackson Gaulard and Caleb Forney with The Talisman.